Good evening, everybody. Definitely hope all is well. Just wanted to come back on here for another time tonight. So we definitely have a lot of winter weather hazards out there. They continue throughout the night. So we're going to do a live breakdown of the radar, the model data for current and future storms. But don't worry, guys. Just be prepared. Don't be scared, folks. Definitely stay safe out there if you guys are traveling tonight. There's definitely a lot of icing going on. We definitely have a chance here in the Pittsburgh area for a little bit of snow and maybe some slick roads tonight, but nothing more than that. So definitely be on the lookout for some of that. But we're definitely going to see locations, especially within the southern Great Plains, the Ozarks, and the upper south here, definitely getting some dangerous ice accumulations throughout the work week. However, not much in the way of snow is forecast. We'll definitely take a look at that as well. So without further ado, let's actually go into one thing I wanted to show here. I just wanted to give some insight into this. Many people have been asking me about the freezing rain and sleet. So basically, both freezing rain and sleet occur due to the same process. So basically, liquid raindrops in a layer of warm air well above the surface fall into a layer of freezing air that's just above the ground here. So the difference between these two, freezing rain and sleet, depends on the thickness of the layer of freezing air here. So you can definitely see the freezing rain has a shallower layer of cold air. Sleet has a much more broad area of cold air here. So freezing rain here occurs when the layer of freezing air is so thin that the raindrops don't have enough time to freeze before reaching the ground. Instead, the actual liquid water in the form of rain freezes on contact with the surface, creating a coating of ice on basically anything the raindrop contacts. So that's definitely not a good situation there. So we're definitely going to see some of this precipitation tonight, as well as sleet. Sleet is basically frozen raindrops and occurs when the layer of freezing air along the surface here is thicker. So this causes the raindrops to freeze before reaching the ground. However, they don't sort of transition into snowflakes. Basically, they transition to these little balls of ice or grauple. So it's definitely pretty interesting. So I just wanted to give you guys some insight on that. So basically, freezing rain has a shallower thickness of colder air down here near the surface, and sleet has a much broader area of colder air near the surface here. So it's definitely interesting. So just to reiterate, so freezing rain occurs when the layer of freezing air is so thin that the raindrops do not have enough time to freeze before reaching the ground. Instead, the water actually freezes on contact with the surface. This creates a coating of ice on anything the raindrops contact, so it's definitely very dangerous. Sleet could definitely be dangerous as well. Sleet is simply frozen raindrops. This occurs when the layer of freezing air along the surface is a little bit thicker. This causes raindrops to freeze before reaching the ground. So they sort of turn into these little ice pellets. So that's definitely a little interesting aside there. Just wanted to give you guys that information as well. So let's move on to the actual watches and warnings that we have going on out there. So we'll definitely take a look at these for sure and make sure that this is propagating right here. Hang on. Let's see here. There we go. That's a little better there. All right, we got to fix some things on the fly there. No problem at all. All right, so let's take a look at some of these watches and warnings here. Take a look at this sort of brighter pink area here. This is definitely a very concerning area. So let's take a look at this. This is an ice storm warning here. So a couple rounds of freezing rain and sleet are expected tonight through Tuesday night. Ice accrual should be between 1/4 and 1/2 inch. Sleet accumulation should be less than 1/10 of an inch. This is for portions of southern and northern Arkansas. This is from noon today, so about 7 hours ago, to about 9 a.m. on Wednesday. This will lead to difficult travel conditions. Hazardous conditions could impact the morning and evening commute. You can definitely see it covers into central Arkansas here, into eastern Arkansas, all the way through western Tennessee and northern Mississippi as well. So this area is from 6 p.m. This evening, so about 35 minutes ago, to about noon on Wednesday. And power outages and tree damages are likely due to ice. Travel could be nearly impossible, and the hazardous conditions could impact the morning and evening commutes. We're going to have to watch this very carefully. It's definitely not a situation to play with. We also have these winter storm warnings ongoing as well, so we'll definitely take a look at these. This is for all of North Texas and West Central Texas. These last until noon on Wednesday. So we're expecting mixed precipitation, primarily in the form of freezing rain and or sleet is expected. Total ice or sleet accumulations between 1/4 and 1/2 an inch are possible. Pockets of heavier sleet accumulation will also be possible. This is going to lead to significant impacts to travel and will continue through at least early Wednesday. Elevated surfaces such as bridges and overpasses will likely be the first to become icy, slick, and hazardous as temperatures hover around or below freezing. So definitely have to watch out for that for sure. So just to give you guys a little bit of insight here, I'm sure you guys are well aware of this, but bridges and overpasses and elevated roadways are especially susceptible to icing due to the fact that they're surrounded on all sides by the cold air and freeze more quickly. So if you guys traverse over the bridges tonight through Wednesday and elevated surfaces as well, overpasses, definitely be on the lookout, definitely slow down, definitely leave a lot of room between you and the vehicle in front of you, just in case, if you do slide or lose control of your vehicle, definitely stay safe out there for sure. Let's take a look at portions of east central, southeast, and southern Oklahoma and northern Texas. So this is winter storm warning until noon on Wednesday. So heavy sleet and freezing rain, additional sleet accumulations of up to 1/2 inch and ice accumulations of 1/10 to 3/10 of an inch are expected. So this is definitely going to bring down power lines, definitely bring down some tree branches as well. So the impacts include power outages and tree damage. This will be due to the ice. Travel could be nearly impossible. The hazardous conditions could impact the morning and evening commutes, and most likely it definitely will. Let's move on to the winter storm warnings up here into portions of south central and southwest Missouri. So we're expecting heavy mixed precipitation, additional snow and sleet accumulations up to 1 inch, and ice accumulations around a light glaze. This is until midnight tonight. So we definitely still have about 5.5 hours or so of this winter storm warning. So definitely plan on slippery road conditions tonight. The hazardous conditions could impact the Monday evening commute. So the heavy weight of sleet and previously fallen freezing drizzle could cause damage to weak structures. We're going to have to watch out for that very carefully. So if you're traveling basically anywhere through Texas here into the Ozarks and the upper south, as well as lower Appalachia here, even up into upper Appalachia here into the mid-Atlantic, we're going to have to watch out for this, even into the lower Midwest. We're definitely going to have to keep an eye on this very, very closely. Let's take a look at the winter storm watches here. This is for Dickens, Garza, Kent, King, and Stonewall counties. This is for winter weather advisories. So freezing drizzle is expected. A light glaze of ice is expected on sidewalks and roadways. For the winter storm watch, significant icing is possible. Total ice accumulations around 1/4 of an inch are definitely possible. So definitely be on the lookout for that. This is from 1 a.m. To 10 a.m. Central Standard Time Tuesday. And for the winter storm watch, this is from Tuesday evening through Thursday morning, so definitely a prolonged period. So roads and especially bridges and overpasses will likely become slick and hazardous. Ice accumulation on power lines and tree limbs may cause some power outages. Difficult travel conditions are possible. The hazardous conditions could impact Tuesday and Wednesday morning commutes. We're definitely have to watch out for this very, very carefully. Let's take a look at the winter weather advisories here for portions of south central and southwest Arkansas and northeast Texas. This is from 6 p.m. this evening until 6 a.m. Wednesday. Areas of rain will increase by this evening across southwest Arkansas and may eventually change over to freezing rain across the northern eastern sections of southwest Arkansas late tonight. While temperature is expected to climb back above freezing over this area by Tuesday afternoon, rain may change back over to freezing rain again Tuesday night through Wednesday morning. Total ice accumulations of less than 1/4 inch are expected. Again, this is for portions of south central and southwest Arkansas and northeast Texas. Difficult travel conditions are possible, and hazardous conditions could impact the morning or evening commutes. We're going to have to watch this very, very carefully. Let's take a look at the winter weather advisory here in northern and into central Arkansas here. This is until 9 a.m. on Wednesday. A couple rounds of freezing rain and sleet are expected tonight through Tuesday night. Ice accrual should be less than 1/4 inch. Sleet accumulation should be less than 1/10 of an inch. To plan on slippery road conditions and hazardous conditions could impact the morning and evening commute. So we're definitely going to have to watch this very, very carefully. Let's actually take a look at portions of southern Indiana and central Kentucky here. This is from 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or 6 p.m. Central Standard Time this evening to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or around noon Central Standard Time on Tuesday. We're looking at mixed precipitation as expected across portions of southern Indiana and north central Kentucky. Snow accumulations and sleet accumulations of up to 1 inch will be possible across portions of central and south central Kentucky, and ice accumulations of 1/10 to 2/10 of an inch will definitely be possible. So we'll definitely have to watch out for this for sure. Rio Grande Valley, South Texas, 3:30 p.m. It was 83, now it's 53. Yeah, that's a major drop. There's definitely that big frontal system coming through. So definitely stay warm down there for sure. Definitely thank you for joining me. Appreciate that. So here in portions of southern Indiana and central Kentucky, plan on slippery road conditions and hazardous conditions could impact the morning commute, so we're going to have to watch this as well. Definitely nothing to play with here, guys. We're going to have to watch this. Let's take a look at western and northern middle Tennessee here. This is from 9 p.m. this evening until 9 a.m. on Tuesday. Freezing rain is expected. Total ice accumulations of a light glaze up to 0.15 inches are expected, so we're going to have to watch this. Difficult travel conditions are possible, especially on the bridges and overpasses. Hazardous conditions could impact the morning commute. So basically, we're looking at a lot of snow for this. So that's definitely interesting to see. It's definitely going to be the ice is going to be the major player, and the sleet as well. So definitely not good. So let's take a look at the winter weather advisory here in Fleming, Montgomery, Bath, and Rowan counties here. This is in Kentucky. Wintry mix of freezing rain, sleet, and snow is expected late tonight. Locations along and north of I-64 should experience more sleet and snow, with some freezing rain possible. Those south of I-64 will experience more freezing rain with sleet possible. Total snow accumulations of under an inch and ice accumulations of a light glaze are forecast. This is from midnight tonight until 1 p.m. on Tuesday. Warm ground temperatures will keep accumulation limited to elevated surfaces initially. However, as temperatures drop below freezing, bridges, overpasses, and untreated roads will become slick, impacting the Tuesday morning commute. So definitely use caution while driving out there, guys. It's definitely not going to be a good situation here. Let's take a look at portions of southeast Ohio and central, northern, and western West Virginia. This is from 9 p.m. this evening to noon Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. This is for mixed precipitation. Total snow and sleet accumulations of up to 2 inches and ice accumulations of a light glaze are definitely possible. So definitely the same thing here, guys. Plan on slippery road conditions. The hazardous conditions could impact the morning commute. We're going to have to watch this very carefully. Let's take a look at portions of southwest Pennsylvania, portions of northern West Virginia. This is from 10 p.m. this evening to 7 a.m. Tuesday. Freezing rain and light snow are definitely expected here. Total snow accumulations of up to 2 inches and ice accumulations around a light glaze. So definitely be on the lookout for slippery road conditions. So this is definitely going to impact the morning commute here. I do want to go back down here into Texas, to the south. So portions of southeast New Mexico and southwest western Texas. This is from midnight Central Standard Time, 11 p.m. Mountain Standard Time here tonight until about noon Central Standard Time or 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Wednesday. We're looking at freezing rain is expected. Total ice accumulations of around 1/10 of an inch. Again, this is for portions of southeast New Mexico, southwest and western Texas. Difficult travel conditions are possible, and the hazardous conditions could impact the morning and evening commutes. We're going to have to watch this very carefully. Let me actually go back on here so you guys can see the cities. I'm going to give you guys, that way you guys can see what's going on here. There we go. That's a little better. Let's head on up to the north a little bit here. So this is for Onondaga, Madison, and Oneida counties. This is from 11 p.m. this evening to 4 p.m. Tuesday. This is for a winter weather advisory. Lake effect snow expected. Total accumulations of 3 to 6 inches. The highest snow amounts will be in the northern Onondaga counties, northern Madison, and western Oneida counties. Plan on slippery road conditions and low visibility. Hazardous conditions could impact the morning commute. And snowfall rates could reach 1 inch per hour, so that's definitely pretty impressive. So we're going to have to watch this. This is over in New York here, guys. This is up near Syracuse, up through Oswego here, and Williamson, all the way through Utica and Eaton and Oneida here. So we're going to have to watch this very, very carefully. Let's actually move on to the north here. Let's check and see what we got going on. This is for western Chippewa County. Lake effect snow showers, heaviest north of M28. Additional snow accumulations of 2 to 4 inches are expected. So this is through 1 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Tuesday. So plan on slippery road conditions. Hazardous conditions will impact the evening commute. The cold wind chills as low as 25 below zero could cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 30 minutes. So definitely, if you guys are outdoors, right up in here, we'll definitely zoom in here. This is on I-75 heading north towards north of Clark Township and Roodyard here, Dafter, Bay Mills here, Pickford, Robber, Drummond Township, Trout Lake, basically all the way through Paradise and Sheldrake here. Definitely have to watch out for those very cold temperatures. It's definitely not a good situation here. We also have winter weather advisory over to the northwest as well. This is for Keweenaw and northern Houghton counties here. This is until 1 a.m. Tuesday, so once again, definitely we still have a couple hours left of this. So we're looking at snow. Additional snow accumulations of 2 to 4 inches are possible. Additionally, gusty winds will create areas of blowing snow, which could reduce visibility to less than half a mile or less at times. So definitely not good. So definitely plan on slippery road conditions. This is definitely going to impact the evening commute, which it is impacting the evening commute. The cold wind chills as low as 20 below zero could cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 30 minutes. If you plan on being outdoors here along Highway 41 here, up near Lake Superior, down to the South Range here, right along Highway 26, Highway 38, as well as Highway 28, definitely expect those cold temperatures and snow to be impacting your evening commute here. Let's actually move on here into Wyoming here. So this is for central Laramie Range and southwest Platte County, including Bordeaux, along Interstate 25 between Chugwater and Wheatland. So we're definitely looking at wind chill advisory until 9 a.m. Tuesday. Winter weather advisory from 11 p.m. this evening until 2 p.m. Wednesday. So we're looking at dangerously cold wind chills expected, along with significant blowing and drifting snow, resulting in possible ground blizzard conditions. Wind gusts in excess of 60 miles per hour with localized visibility reductions to 1/4 of a mile or less. So definitely use caution while you're out there. Definitely dangerous travel conditions due to significant blowing, drifting snow. Visibilities may be reduced to 1/4 of a mile or less at times. That is very, very dangerous travel conditions there. Dangerously cold wind chills could cause frostbite on exposed skin in 10 minutes or less. You can definitely see how much cold air is actually filtering in here. So definitely not good at all here, guys. Let's take a look at the winter weather advisory here near Denver, Colorado. This is for Grand and Battlement Mesas, Gore and Elk Mountains, Central Mountain Valleys, West Elk, and Sawatch Mountains. And you have to excuse me for some of these names here. Yes, on Comperger Plateau and Dallas Divide. I do apologize for butchering names. This is until 5 a.m. Tuesday. This is additional snow accumulations up to 4 inches of snow here in Colorado. So plan on slippery road conditions. Patchy blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility, especially on ridge tops. So definitely have to watch out for this for sure. Definitely here through Colorado. Let's actually go to the north a little bit. Let's go up towards Billings, Montana here. This is for Judith Gap, southern Wheatland, Melville Foothills, and northern Sweetgrass here. This is blowing snow occurring. Wind gusts as high as 35 to 45 miles per hour. This could definitely cause ground blizzard conditions. We're going to have to watch this very carefully. This is until 2 p.m. Tuesday. Blowing snow will reduce visibility under 2 miles at times and causing drifting and icy conditions across roadways. Divergent wind chills may cause frostbite on exposed skin in as little as 10 minutes. So we definitely have a lot of cold temperatures up here in the mountainous terrain here. We're also looking at winter weather advisories in northern Montana as well, looking at additional snow accumulations of up to 1 inch and winds gusting as high as 70 miles per hour. So you definitely see how strong those winds are. This is for the Rocky Mountain front and adjacent foothills and plains. This is until 5 p.m. Tuesday. Plan on slippery road conditions. Widespread blowing snow could significantly reduce visibility. Very strong winds could cause extensive damage to trees and power lines, and definitely frostbite very, very quickly. You definitely do not want to be caught outdoors in these conditions. It's definitely not a good sign here. Let's take a look at southern Utah here. We have winter weather advisories as well. This is for the southern mountains. We're looking at snow accumulations of up to 2 inches. This is until 7 p.m. this evening. So plan on slippery road conditions definitely out there. Definitely 2 inches of snow can definitely quickly create very treacherous travel conditions. Just to show you guys here, let me actually move this a little bit over. There we go. This is for northern Arizona here, guys. So we're looking at areas of 5,000 feet near Donny Park, Flagstaff, and Williams. This is until noon on Tuesday. We're looking at snow above 5,000 feet in elevation here. Snow accumulations of 1 to 7 inches, so definitely a very broad range there. Definitely the higher you go, the more snow totals you're going to have. Travel could be very difficult. The hazardous conditions could impact the morning and evening commutes. So it's definitely interesting how they definitely have some of these areas definitely marked off here. So Donny Park, 1 to 2 inches, Flagstaff, 3 to 5 inches, and Williams, 4 to 6 inches. So you can definitely see the increase in elevation. Definitely there, Donny Park being the lowest, Flagstaff being in the middle, Williams being up higher in elevation. So it's definitely pretty interesting to see. We also have a winter weather advisory. This actually includes the Las Vegas area here. So snow accumulations of 3 to 6 inches. Snow showers will taper off this afternoon. This is for Sheep Range and the Spring Mountains. We'll get to Las Vegas here in a minute. This is until 7 p.m. this evening. Plan on slippery road conditions. Definitely 3 to 6 inches. Could definitely be crippling in this area. So yeah, that actually includes Las Vegas there. So that's definitely pretty interesting to see. Let's actually take a look at this winter storm warning as well. This is for San Bernardino County Mountains. This is until 7 a.m. Tuesday. Looking at heavy snow, additional snow accumulations of 2 inches between 3,000 and 4,500 feet in elevation, 2 to 4 inches between 4,500 feet and 6,500 feet in elevation. And the higher you go here, we're looking at 4 to 8 inches between 6,500 and 7,500 feet, with locally over 12 inches of snow on the highest peaks. Winds gusting as high as 55 miles per hour on south-facing slopes as northeast winds pick up this evening. Again, this is for San Bernardino County Mountains. It's until 7 a.m. Tuesday. Travel could be very difficult. Hazardous conditions could impact the morning and evening commute. Gusty winds could bring down tree branches. We're going to have to watch out for this. Definitely power outages as well. So snow levels of 3,500 to 4,000 feet in elevation will lower to below 3,000 feet in elevation for late tonight into early Tuesday. So we're going to see some of that snow coming down in elevation. So we definitely have to watch this very carefully. So interestingly enough, this is for the Los Angeles County Mountains here, winter weather advisory. We're looking at scattered snow showers are expected. Additional snowfall up to 2 to 4 inches is expected, mainly confined to the San Gabriel Mountains. This is until 8 p.m. this evening. Travel could be very difficult with slippery or closed mountain roads. So light snow remains possible over the Interstate 5 Tejon Pass here into the evening, but the threat of significant impacts or closures have decreased, so that's definitely good news there. But yeah, we definitely covered all of these warnings, watches and warnings here, so it's definitely pretty interesting to see. So now, definitely want to show you guys, let's see here. So you guys can definitely see those snow accumulations that we've talked about, and mainly through where the ice storm is happening. We're definitely going to see areas like this. We're only going to see some light snow, definitely some flurries in the area. We're not expecting over 2 inches in some of these areas, so that's good news. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of that ice coming through here, and let me show you some of these maps here. It's definitely pretty interesting. This is the Sperry Pitts Ice Damage Index. This goes ranges from 0 to 5 here. So in some of these areas here, we can definitely see it gets up to a 4, and possibly here into northern Arkansas, we can definitely see a 5. So that's definitely not good news here. So we're looking at, in the purple areas here, we're looking at prolonged and widespread utility interruptions with extensive damage to main distribution feeder lines and some high voltage transmission lines and structures. So that's definitely not good. That could be ongoing for 5 to 10 days. So, I mean, that's definitely not good here. So we're definitely going to have to watch this very, very carefully. Most of the areas are in about 2 or 3. So we're looking at scattered utility interruption expected, typically lasting about 12 to 24 hours. So definitely still significant. And in some of the areas as well, we're looking at a 3. So we're looking at numerous utility interruptions with damage to main feeder lines. And equipment expected. Tree limb damage could be extensive. This could be lasting 1 to 5 days here. So that's definitely not good. So definitely not good at all. We're definitely going to have to keep an eye out on this. Let me switch over really quickly back to Radar Mega. Let's actually take a look at some of the radar here. It would definitely be pretty interesting. Let me turn off these warnings, and then I will put the radar on screen for you guys. I just wanted to show you here. We definitely have a lot of precipitation ongoing out there. So let's take a look at this. Take a look at these reflectivity values down here to the southwest of Little Rock. You can definitely see this is near Hot Springs. This is definitely not good. This is just paralleling Interstate 30 here and going across Highway 7 here. Also, I-70 here definitely, or Highway 70 definitely getting hit as well. Let's actually loop this a little bit so we can actually see what's going on here. You can see that's paralleling I-30 here. It's definitely not good. If we turn on the winter weather precipitation here, at least the measurement, we can see that heavy precipitation, that mixed precipitation definitely happening, paralleling I-30 here. So if you guys are traveling on I-30 around Little Rock, definitely expect very, very extensive travel disruptions here. It's definitely not good, even up into the northeast of Little Rock near Searcy, Bald Knob, Griffithville, Augusta here. It's definitely not good. So we're definitely have to watch out for this. You can see how massive and extensive this icing event is. This covers I'd say about almost 2/3, or at least 1/2 of Arkansas here. So it's definitely not good. You can definitely see some of these heavier bands coming in near Poplar Bluff, Dudley, Dexter. This would be up into northern Arkansas, into southern Missouri here. So definitely not a good sign here. You can definitely see some of this coming up into Carbondale along I-57 and I-24 here, near Carrier Mills, Morganfield, Evansville, Henderson, and Owensboro and Tell City. Definitely not good. This icing actually extends almost into Louisville here, into Kentucky. This is getting ready to cross I-264 here, so we have to watch this very, very closely. We do have a little pockets of icing developing here along I-75. So let's actually zoom out. This is in Kentucky here. This is in north central Kentucky. This is near Sadieville here, heading up towards Dry Ridge and Berry. So definitely be on the lookout for that. There's a little bit of icing happening there. Even into southwestern Ohio here, to the south of Hillsboro, near Winchester, Peebles as well. This is along Highway 32, Highway 73, Highway 247, and Highway 41 near Sinking Spring, Poplar Grove, Elm Grove as well. All the way through Hollowtown, extending all the way through Buchanan and Morgantown here. So we're going to have to watch this very closely. This area as well, in the southwestern Pennsylvania area, so where the World Weather Authority Studios is, we're definitely expecting some light snow. Probably some light snow happening out there now, probably some snow flurries right now. But definitely take a look at this near Weirton, Steubenville, and Wellsburg and Toronto here. We definitely have some of those moderate bands coming through. Let's actually move this radar a little bit, so that way we can see which way this is heading. This is heading due east, so it's definitely not going to be long now until the Pittsburgh area gets in on this little bit of snow action. I will be driving around 10:30, 11 o'clock tonight, so I'll probably try to go live as I'm driving to show you guys what the conditions are like here. It's definitely going to be nothing like what's going on down here. This is definitely a very catastrophic situation. Definitely do not recommend traveling. It's definitely not good. We just want to reiterate that. We're going to have to watch out for that. We also have the threat for some flooding as well. So we're going to see scenes like this. So we definitely have to watch out for this. We can see some ponding on the roads. This is definitely going to happen down in the near Georgia area, southern Georgia. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. So ponding on the roads can definitely lead to hydroplaning very quickly. So we definitely have to keep an eye out on this as well. So let's actually go to the model data. Let me pull this up quickly just to show you guys here. All right, let me get this pulled up for y'all. All right, here we go. Let me pull this back up for you. Let's pull radar Omega back up for you guys. All right. So let's take a look at the model data here. You can see that icing definitely happening here all the way through Arkansas, all the way down through Texas here. We definitely have to watch this very carefully. We do have a little bit of that back edge that comes in as well. This is 1 p.m. on Wednesday. You can definitely see even Texas getting back in on the action from Odessa to Dallas, down through Austin, Texas as well. We definitely have a lot of that icing going on. We have that heavy precipitation here, heavy mixed precipitation from Fort Stockton to Midland to Big Spring, right along I-20 here. We have that heavy icing happening into south of Wichita Falls down through Abilene as well, right along I-20 going into Dallas, Texas here. So this is 1 p.m. on Wednesday, so we're going to have to watch this very carefully. We still have that icing going on around Pine Bluff as well. So we have to keep an eye out on this. This is definitely a very, very interesting situation. Definitely not good. Definitely see another storm system getting ready to come ashore here, but let's step this forward a little bit. Definitely show you guys some of that rain that's coming in as well. So this is what I was talking about here. So this is going to be Mississippi, Alabama, eventually into northern Georgia, and especially down here into southern Georgia. Unfortunately, this model doesn't go out far enough. We can definitely take a look at the later models. But you can definitely see we're going to get some rainfall here, so definitely slow down while traveling out there. It's definitely not going to be like a sunny day, where you can go 60, 65, 70, sort of without worry. Now, with the rain, definitely slow it down, down to like 55, even 45, and definitely get some slick conditions out here. The road may just be wet, but definitely be on the lookout for some conditions. Ponding on the roads can definitely lead to hydroplaning very quickly. So let's actually check something real quick. I'm going to make sure this is going good. Alright, so let me show you guys what we got going on here. Let me show you these later models here, so we could definitely take a look at that. Let's take a look at the GFS model quickly. Let me actually pull this up for you guys here. So we do have a couple storms coming in as well, so we're going to keep our eye out on this. So you can definitely see that icing event definitely happening here in the central portion of the United States. And we have that little bit of icing coming back once again later on tonight. And into tomorrow, we have that heavy icing starting to form here down through central Texas as well. So we're going to have to keep an eye out on this. Definitely not a good situation. And as we move forward into Thursday, you can see that icing, that interface here between the two big battle zone here that we have going on. We have the cold air clashing with the warm air from the south, cold air from the north. We definitely have some rain, that rain shield that I was just showing you on models here. We're definitely going to have to watch out for this. This is extending from eastern Texas through much of Louisiana, all the way up through western and central Mississippi. Much of Tennessee definitely covered in rain here. We're also looking at North Carolina, portions of extreme northern South Carolina as well. That icing is taking place here, though, through the Boot Hill of Missouri, all the way down into extreme portions of southern Illinois, through Kentucky here, down through Indiana as well, even over into Virginia and West Virginia. We can definitely start to see some of this. We have that Clipper system coming to the north here, so right above the lakes here. So we're looking at Ontario and Quebec definitely getting hit with some of that light snow. As we progress this forward, we have that little bit of an interface, that interaction zone between these two systems, so we could possibly see some snow definitely developing here in the Appalachian Mountains. So we definitely have to watch this closely. We could get a little bit of dusting of snow here with this wraparound on the backside of this system. So we definitely get some lake effect snow, so we're going to have to watch this. As Justin stated earlier, I definitely thought that was interesting. He said that some of the lakes are actually only covered by 6% of ice, which is leaving 94% of them exposed still. So it definitely could be an interesting rest of the season here as we move towards springtime. So we definitely have to watch this very carefully. Normally the lakes are pretty well frozen over at this point, but they're only about 6%. Some lakes are a little bit more than that. But it's definitely pretty interesting to hear that data. As we move on into Saturday, we have another Clipper system coming down from the south, or coming up down from the north, I should say. This is going to be an Alberta Clipper here. This is heading into the Great Lakes region here, and then it has a sort of interaction zone with another system going up the coast. So there's definitely going to be a little bit of energy transfer here. So we're going to have to watch out for some icing in West Virginia here, Virginia, even through central and southern Pennsylvania here, even into eastern Pennsylvania. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. We're going to have to watch this lake effect snow on the lakes as well. It looks like to be a rain event for much of the Pittsburgh area, so that's definitely good news. This is through Sunday through Monday. You can definitely see that storm system turning into a pretty strong, I believe that's a Miller A type scenario, I believe. I'd have to correct myself if I'm wrong on that. It definitely looks like it's going to be a strong nor'easter, but it doesn't look like it's going to affect much of the coast here, so that's definitely good news. We're going to get some of that rain on the coastline here, but definitely much of the heavier rain definitely stays offshore, so that's definitely good news. You definitely see that system coming up, sort of riding this shortwave ridge here, so that's definitely pretty interesting. It actually goes up into the lakes and definitely produces some heavy snow into Ontario and Quebec as well. So we're going to have to watch that. We get that little bit of tail end of storm system here that actually forms from the south, goes up into the Arklatex area. You can see that low pressure system forming right here. We're going to have to watch this cold air as well coming from the north. And we're going to have to watch that warm air pushing from the south. We could get some severe weather in the Arklatex area. This is Thursday, February 9th, so this is still far out. So we definitely have to watch out for this. Just don't take this. Just take this with a grain of salt because it definitely could change. This is way out on February 9th. And hello, Marlene. How are you? Definitely God bless you as well. Definitely hope you are having a fantastic night. Definitely hope you're staying warm with this crazy cold front that's coming through. It's definitely not as cold as the Christmas cold front, though, so that's definitely good. But we have seen temperature drops of 30 degrees in some locations. So that's definitely pretty interesting. So we move on into Thursday. We have to watch this. You can see some icing here through Wisconsin and Michigan and even into Minnesota here. We have that wraparound snow on the backside heading into Iowa, down through northern Missouri here as well. So we're going to have to watch this. This looks like another rain event for the Pittsburgh area, so that is good news in terms of rainfall here. Michigan definitely looks like we're going to get rain at first, and then on the backside you get a little bit of light snow. We'll definitely take a look at snow accumulations as well. And as we head out towards the February 12th, we're going to have another system. We can definitely see this could be a severe weather producer for the south. You can see this low pressure center right over Alabama here. Now, so we're going to have to watch this very carefully. Just take this with a grain of salt because this is very far out. This is Sunday, February 12th. You can see some of that snow and icing happening in the Appalachian Mountains here. As we progress this forward, that ice and snow definitely expands on the northern side of the system where that cold pole is going to be situated. So we're going to have to watch this. In West Virginia, even portions of northern North Carolina could definitely see this. Definitely looks like a little bit of snow for Pittsburgh. And this is a little bit concerning right here. You can see that ice definitely creeping in. This is definitely heading right below the Mason-Dixon line here. So this is Cumberland, Maryland, definitely getting hammered with ice. Even portions of West Virginia here. And you can see the mountainous terrain and up to the north of Pittsburgh definitely getting some snow. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. Pittsburgh's situated about right here. So we're going to be right on that battle zone between the warm sector and the warm push in this system and that cold air to the north. So yeah, we're definitely going to have a lot of weather to talk about over the next couple weeks. You can definitely see on February 15th, we have another storm system heading up to the north. Definitely possibly some severe weather down here in Arkansas, down through the Arklatex area once again. So we'll definitely keep you guys updated for sure. But it's definitely pretty crazy. Definitely pretty interesting for sure. Definitely want to pull up this camera real quick if it'll let me. We'll see. Just want to give you guys a view. This is from EarthCam. So definitely shout out to EarthCam. Just want to show you guys the live Pittsburgh camera. Let's see if this actually works or not. There we go. So there's Pittsburgh, guys. So this is where the World Weather Authority studio is. We're just to the south of Pittsburgh. Just wanted to show you guys. We definitely have that snow definitely moving in from the west. So we're going to have to watch that very carefully. You can definitely see there's still a lot of cars on the bridges out there. And tonight, those bridges and elevated surfaces can definitely freeze rather quickly. So we definitely have to watch out for this. You can definitely see those low clouds. It's definitely illuminated by the city lights here. So that's definitely pretty interesting to see. And as we move on throughout the night and into tomorrow, definitely, guys, definitely stay hydrated. Definitely drink plenty of water, just in case. Some utilities may be disrupted. Definitely try to save some water if you can. If you have bottled water, definitely try to break some of that out. And definitely don't panic, guys. So don't go into a panic like this. Try not to empty the local grocery store shelves. I know that people like to, when storms come through, they definitely like to make grocery shelves look like this. It's definitely unfortunate for those that actually, come in later in the night and, the elderly folk that actually can't get to the store. So it's definitely not good. But, yeah, definitely don't panic like this, guys. It's definitely, we're all going to get through this. So don't worry about it. I always say be prepared. Don't be scared. So definitely be on the lookout for that. However, definitely try to fill up your vehicle with gas. Definitely try to fill up generators with gas as well. Definitely try to make sure that you guys are prepared for this storm system. Definitely power outages are likely, so if you have generators, make sure they are prepped. Definitely make sure your vehicle is ready to go as well. Definitely have your emergency kit ready as well, just in case if you have to spring into action. It can definitely, life-threatening situations can definitely come up very easily in storm systems like this. And always remember this, guys. Definitely charge your phone for sure. Definitely keep your phone charged. Definitely try to keep the communication up. Some cell towers might actually go down. We'll see. It's certainly possible that cell service could drop in some areas, but definitely, nevertheless, make sure your cell phone is charged, ladies and gentlemen. That is definitely important. You definitely want to make sure you have contact with, if you can make contact with emergency officials, family members, friends. Definitely check on everybody during this storm system. Definitely want to make sure that everybody is safe. Definitely check on your elderly neighbors as well. See if they need anything. Just see if you can lend a helping hand. If you see them outside trying to get the ice off their cars, their driveways, definitely try to lend them a helping hand. Just be very careful out there. Definitely do not slip and fall. It's definitely going to be a very interesting situation. So let's actually take a look at the 5-day forecast for two cities here. So I do have Pittsburgh here. So for my friends, family, and coworkers that live in the area, definitely want to give you guys an update. So tomorrow on Tuesday, this is now January 31st, definitely pretty crazy that we've already made it to the end of January, guys. So we're looking at a high of 31 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. We're looking at colder temperatures moving in with that high of 31. So definitely dress warm tomorrow for this. We're definitely going to have to watch this very carefully for this work week. You could definitely tell it's going to be pretty cold. Tomorrow night, we're looking at a low of 18 degrees. So definitely very cold. We're looking at clouds clearing throughout the night. So that's definitely good news. Definitely be on the lookout for the green comet as well. So if you guys we definitely have to look out for that. It's definitely going to be an interesting sight. We're going to see if we can see that. I don't remember when it's going to be most visible. For some reason, it's slipping my mind. I thought it was the first and the second. I could be wrong on that, but if somebody knows, definitely, if you're watching in the chat and you know when that's going to happen, that would definitely be appreciated if you could put that in the chat. So let's move on to Wednesday here. February 1st, we're looking at a high of 31 degrees. We're looking at partly sunny skies here. So that's definitely, still cold, but at least the sun's going to be out. So it's definitely be pretty deceiving that day here in the Pittsburgh area. And Wednesday night, we're looking at a low of 19 degrees with partly cloudy skies. So that's definitely good. However, it's definitely going to be very cold. Thursday is going to be an interesting day. It's definitely going to be sort of deceiving out there. We're looking at a high of 39, so we're at partly sunny skies as well. It's definitely not going to be as cold, but unfortunately, that high of 39 is definitely going to sort of create some havoc, because once you look at those overnight temperatures, we're looking at a low of 15. So it's definitely colder than the two previous nights. We're looking at partly cloudy skies and colder temperatures. So definitely be on the lookout for that, just because it reaches temperatures reach near 40 degrees on Thursday. It's definitely going to be very deceiving. Definitely make sure you pack your jackets. Definitely make sure you bring pets inside as well. Definitely make sure that they do not stay outside with those cold temperatures. 15 degrees is very cold. On Friday, February 3rd, we're looking at a high of 21 degrees, so you can see how cold it actually gets. So from the previous day, Thursday, we're looking at a high of 39, and then into Friday, we're looking at 21. And we're actually going to have some windy conditions in the morning as well. We're going to have wind gusts of we're looking at about 20 to 30 miles per hour possible. And we're looking at partly sunny skies and very cold conditions. Friday night, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, very cold conditions. Winds are going to be subsiding a little bit with a low of 10 degrees. So that's definitely very, very cold. Definitely colder than the previous night. So we're going to have to watch this very carefully. And then moving on into Saturday, February 4th, we're looking at a high of 24 degrees, so very cold conditions. We're looking at some breaks in the clouds as well. So the sun is going to be peeking out. So we're going to see some sun as well. So that's definitely good news. However, outdoor activities may result in hypothermia, so definitely do not spend too much time outdoors unless you are layered up. Definitely try to layer up on Saturday. We're going to have some winds coming in once again, so definitely be on the lookout for that. The sun is going to be peeking out, so it's going to be a little deceiving on Saturday here in the Pittsburgh area. So definitely be on the lookout for that. We only drop about 2 degrees at night, so that's good news. We're looking at partly cloudy skies Saturday night, cold conditions at a low of 22. So definitely be on the lookout. Definitely dress warm this week, guys. It's definitely going to be very, very cold. Let's actually take a look at the city that I had somebody ask about, which is definitely pretty awesome. So if you guys have a city, for the next live stream. If you guys want me to do a forecast, 5-day forecast of your city, definitely drop that in the comments or shoot us a message on our social media, which I will get to that. I will show you guys where you can message us at. But let's take a look at St. Louis, Missouri here, guys. So tomorrow, Tuesday, we're looking at a high of 24 degrees with mostly cloudy skies, very cold conditions, wind gusts between 10 and 15, even 20 miles per hour. So definitely be on the lookout for that. As we move into Tuesday night, we're looking at mostly clear skies and very cold conditions with a low of 18 degrees. As we move into Wednesday, February 1st, we're looking at a high of 33 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. And as we move on into the evening, we're going to have sort of clear skies in the evening. However, through the overnight, we're going to have clouds building in the area. We're looking at a low of 22, so definitely not as cold as the previous night, but definitely still cold, so definitely stay safe out there. And on moving into Thursday, the 2nd, we're looking at a high of 46 degrees. So once again, we saw in the Pittsburgh area that we were at a high of 39. So definitely going to be pretty deceiving. So we're looking at partly sunny skies in the morning and then mostly cloudy skies for the afternoon. Still looking at some windy conditions. And Thursday night, we're looking at a low of 18 here. So definitely very deceiving. So make sure you guys are bundled up in St. Louis. It's definitely going to be very cold. We're looking at mostly clear skies and very cold conditions on Thursday night. Moving into Friday, February 3rd, we're looking at a high of 31 degrees with mostly sunny skies. Definitely very cold temperatures still. Even with the sun out, you can definitely see it's definitely going to be very deceiving out there. Make sure you guys are bundled up. And we're looking at Friday night, mostly clear skies with a low of 22. And on Saturday, we get a little bit warmer here. We're looking at mostly sunny skies, warmer conditions. We're still looking at gusty winds. So we're looking at about 10 to 15, maybe 20 miles per hour. So definitely a little bit deceiving. We're going to have some breaks in the clouds as well. Just like here in the Pittsburgh area, we're going to have some breaks in the action here. And then through the overnight hours here, Saturday, we're looking at clouds building into the region overnight with a low of 36. So it's not going to drop below freezing on Saturday night. So that's definitely good news. But definitely be on the lookout for those wind gusts. It's definitely going to be very, very cold here, guys. But, all right, guys, definitely appreciate you joining me for this live stream. It's definitely pretty awesome that you guys are here. Definitely appreciate it. So definitely check us out on Facebook at World Weather Authority. Definitely check us out on Twitter at World_Weather. And check us out on Instagram at W.W.A_Graham. So definitely, guys, if you want to shoot us an email, you can do that as well at worldweatherauthority@gmail.com. So if you guys want if you guys want to forecast for your city in the next live stream or video, definitely let us know. We'll be happy to present that data to you. We can even send you a personalized forecast if you want. That's definitely, we love forecasting weather here, so it's definitely weather forecasting here is definitely certainly not a chore. It is definitely very interesting, very engaging. We definitely love forecasting weather here. I can't wait for this storm chasing season because Justin and I are going to get out there. We are going to activate chase mode this season. So definitely join us for that. We're definitely going to be live streaming as we go into various thunderstorms, things like that. So it's definitely going to be pretty interesting. Hello, how are you? Definitely good to see you. But yeah, guys, definitely appreciate you joining me. So definitely be on the lookout for icing conditions down through the central Great Plains into Texas and the Ozarks and the upper South, even the lower Midwest tonight. It's definitely going to be an interesting situation. But definitely appreciate it, guys. Definitely hope you all have a good night. Definitely stay safe. And always remember, never stop chasing.